Hey everyone, Andrew from Deity Microphones here, and today we've got the next step for Deity Connect, and that is the new BP-TRX. As we like to call it here in-house, it is a Transceiver Plus. Let's actually talk exactly about what the BP-TRX truly is though. Well, we know it can already be a transmitter. It can also be a recorder. It can be a receiver. We can also make it an IEM. We can transmit up to multiple units. And if it can be an IEM, why can't it be a camera hop? Camera hop is just a stereo receiver that can do left and right audio to a camera. So we made it a stereo system. Camera hops like to have timecode. So we said, let's actually add a TCXO chip to this unit and make it a timecode box. And we can also make it an audio interface device because the HDTX can be an audio interface device. The BP-TRX is all 7 of these devices in one simple small body pack transmitter. It's whatever you need it to be for the day. So what this means is there's actually a menu in the system that says, hey, I'm a TRX. What do you want me to be today? And in that mode there are 6 sub-setting menus. If you click on one, it just boots and becomes that unit. And then your whole menu, as soon as you hit menu, becomes a native menu to that setting. If I'm in receiver mode, I'm actually gonna get the full options in receiver modes, just as if I'm running a Duo RX. Same thing if I'm in transmitter mode, I'm gonna get the full menu of what I can do as a transmitter. So how can it be a transmitter and a recorder? It can transmit and record simultaneously on the international models. Units sold inside the United States will still be limited to record or transmit. And as soon as you hit the record button, the audio transmission signal will still mute. If you're running an international model though, there is no restrictions. It still has the multiple RF outputs, just like our BP-TX unit, as well as our HDTX unit, and that is 10, 25, 50, and 100 in an auto RF mode. It is also shipping with what is our trademark guardrail analog limiter. This is a great limiter that we upgraded in version 1.3 in the firmware. It does a great job of limiting the audio so you can run safely. You hit record, you have that limiter turned on, and you're safe to go for the rest of the day. We also have the variable low cut filter here where it goes up to 200 Hertz. And of course, on average, we have 12 hours of battery life at 50 milliwatts. It's a transmitter at the end of the day that does left and right signals and transmits left and right signals. So you can actually use a stereo lavalier if you own something like that, or a stereo kind of plug-on microphone or video microphone. They all work with this system. So as a recorder, it actually has timecode recording. The actual timecode accuracy is 0.2 ppm, parts per million. It actually supports exFAT FAT32 micro SD cards. For 1 hour of recorded audio, it only takes up 1 gigabyte of data, and metadata is saved to the WAV file. And here's the best part, battery life is 21 hours. And of course, the caveat, when you are in the United States and timecode has been turned on, in the recorder mode, you actually have to have your headphone muted. But for international people, this is not gonna be an issue. So let's actually take a look at RX mode now. It's got 3 different output modes, XLR, DSLR, and timecode sync. It can also be charged and powered via DC 5 volts. This is great if you're running it in a bag, you're trying to run it off of a USB battery. This unit can just plug right in there using a normal USB cable. It's also got 12 hours of battery life when it's in RX mode. Now, when it's in IEM and camera hop mode, it can transmit and receive mono and stereo audio. You can see it can pair up to 4 receivers at once. So what that allows you to do is multicast to multiple units. So 4 people on your set can have IEMs, you can have 4 cameras on your set, or you can mix and match 3 IEMs and a camera hop if you want. It can do both at the exact same time, allowing you to run with a much lighter bag and less stress on your back. As a camera hop mode, it can actually output timecode to that camera along with the audio. And we actually include all those cables in the kit when you buy it. In IEM mode and camera hop mode, you're looking at an average of about 12 hours of battery life. And of course, you can pair up to 4 BP-TRX to 1 transmitter. So let's actually take a look now at timecode box mode. And that is, we've of course got frame accurate timecode, plus or minus 2 parts per million, drifts 1 frame every 24 hours. It's got internal free run and internal record run. It can jam to external timecode sources. And when it's in timecode box mode, it's actually got 25 hours of runtime, which actually makes it more than enough for 2 full days of production. Here on the left, you can actually see what the home screen looks like. So you're always seeing timecode. Even when the screen locks, the buttons lock, the actual screen does not turn off in this mode. It's always going to display timecode for you. And when you're actually doing your timecode jam syncing, you can select what mode you're in. You can also generate timecode with the reset menu and jam to external timecode and see the difference of what kind of timecode you're running, as well as actually adjust what kind of frame rates you're running with. It uses the same kind of cables that other TRS timecode boxes use, the exact same pinout as them, so you're not going to need to go out and buy wacky cables or something proprietary from us, even though we will actually ship you timecode cables with your units. But if you want to jam from one unit to another, you can see we're in the timecode jam menu for both units. We're outputting timecode out of the one on the left. We are inputting that timecode via the microphone input on the box into the unit, and we are jamming right to it. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Output the one into another and hit jam. And they sit there and they stay in sync with each other the whole time because they both are running very accurate timecode clocks. As a transmitter, you can pair it to the Duo-RX. As a receiver, you can pair it to your BP-TRX or your HD-TRX. So if you want to buy these and mix and match, you can totally do that in your set. It's part of the family. It's a big giant ecosystem that we've been developing that just pairs and mix and matches as you grow in your career. If you want to learn more about Deity Microphones, the products that we make, or tutorial videos that we put out every single week, hit the subscribe button and that bell for notifications. I'm Andrew from Deity Microphones. Thank you for watching.